Hello, I'm Tom Jamieson. I'm community beekeeper with Northeast Young Dads and Lads. Now that's a charity based in the northeast of England, born in Gateshead in fact, on the banks of the River Tyne. And Northeast Young Dads and Lads is it's working to improve the lives and prospects and health really, mental health especially, of young men who have either lived with some kind of severe challenges or a bit of deprivation in their lives or isolation. And so one of the several projects of NEYDL is the beekeeping project, it's a huge delight for me to see the formative and therapeutic effect of getting involved with beekeeping for these young men. I mean, my youngest of the lads involved with the hives is 17, and then there's a couple of them who are now 30, which is above our sort of user age range, but obviously we stay with them. It's urban beekeeping, and here's the relationship with today and SeasonsPace, and it's been a delight for me to share with all the delegates here how the prospering of bees, honeybees, well other pollinators too, can be assisted basically by urban neglect. So we've been exploring the unmanaged banks of the River Tyne, which flows into the Tyne, splits the borough of Gateshead in half as it flows towards the river. And NEYDL's first bee yard is in the backyard of a community centre on the banks of the Tyne, and on yon side is social housing with tiny little gardens, so lovingly cherished and full of flowers for pollinators these days, because of the general sort of trend towards pollinator friendliness with gardening. But on the other side, with down at heel industrial estates where they don't bother cutting their hedges, and it's awash with dog rose and bramble, and we get lots of honey. So that's where I'm coming from. It's been a delight to present it, not least the stories of some of our young men, which I feel just so privileged to have had to do with. But for me, for the takeaways from today, one that I'm going to reflect on quite a lot is how can we all advance the thinking of the local authorities wherever we are, that urban horticulture and greening of spaces is an utterly crucial endeavour, and we're still a little bit in what I'm picking up from some of the projects that we've heard about is that there's something not so far from, oh, we're doing you a favour on the part of the authorities, and it needs to move right on forward to them being immensely grateful to community projects such as the ones we've heard of today, playing a key role in greening the urban world. So that's one takeaway. I've sort of energised to get real with my own local authority, Gateshead Council, and say, look, this is what we need, this is what you must support. So that's one thing. Another major theme of the day has been to see how horticulture can be so uniting of people of diverse background, ethnicity, and more than that, we've heard from projects where out and out racism has been confronted head on through particularly, very specifically, the Young Women's Project in the West End of Newcastle. We heard about how basically they're getting families of different ethnicity together to eat together and to work a bit of ground together. And then for those people, having had a really enriching experience that is cross-ethnic, to then speak to their neighbours who are a bit further back and to use an English football jargon, show racism the red card. So if that can emerge out of people growing stuff, I mean, if that's not a win-win, I don't know what is. So those are the things I'm taking away from today.